Good day, we are in math lesson 35. Make sure you've got your name at the top of your power. Then go ahead and get going on all your multiplication facts. Do your mental math and do your perfect squares pattern down here. When you're done, press play so that we can correct it together. All right, let's get after those facts. 5 times 5 is 25. 1 times 8 is 8. 0 times 6 is 0. 2 times 9 is 18. 5 times 4 is 20. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 0 is 0. 1 times 9 is 9. 9 times 0 is 0. 8 times 5 is 40. 1 times 5 is 5. 6 times 5 is 30. 1 times 0 is 0. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 4 is 20. 7 times 0 is 0. 2 times 7 is 14. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 5 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 0 times 0 is 0. 8 times 2 is 16. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 times 1 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 8 is 40. 0 times 2 is 0. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 9 is 45. 0 times 8 is 0. 7 times 1 is 7. 2 times 5 is 10. 0 times 4 is 0. 7 times 5 is 35. Our accounting today says count by 4s from 40 to 80. So 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, 68, 72, 76, 80. Back down. 80, 76, 72, 68, 64, 60, 56, 52, 48, 44. A said 750 minus 200. 0 minus 0 is 0. 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 2 is 5. So you get 550. B, 86 minus 50. 8 minus 6 is 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. 8 minus 5 is 3, so you get 36. C, 43 plus 9 plus 110. 3 plus 9 is 12. 1 goes up, 2 comes down. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. 1 plus nothing is 1, so you get 162. D, where is the needle pointing in that picture? Well, if you look at the picture, we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, and we're right between 60 and 80. What would be halfway between 60 and 80? 70. It would go 60, 70, 80. So for D, just write 70. E, it took Paul only 2 minutes to finish the quiz. How many seconds is that? Well, there's 60 seconds in a minute, so 60 seconds in the first minute, 60 seconds in the second minute. What's 60 plus 60? 120 seconds. Don't forget your label there. F. F says Kalia had $45. She bought a pair of slacks for $25. How much money does she have left? So she had 45. Then she spent 25. So how much is left? $20. G. Each paperback at the bookstore costs $1.93. How much would 5 paperbacks cost? Well, it says about, so that means we have to estimate. So $1.93. If we estimate it to the nearest dollar, let's look across the decimal point of the 9. The 9 says go up 1 time, so we're going up to $2. 2, and we're seeing how much would $2 each, and we're seeing how much 5 would cost, so we can just multiply that. 2 times 5 is $10. H says calculate. You can see it first says 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Minus 10 is 10. Plus 2 would be 12. Plus 3 would be 15. So for H, you're going to write 15. Our problem of the day says, choose an appropriate problem-solving strategy to solve this sequence. The sequence goes 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3, and so on. Use a multiplication to help you. We're looking at the perfect squares. So 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 6, 4 times 4 is 16. So 5 times 5 would be 25. So that'll be next. 6 times 6 is 36. Let's get both of those in. 25, 36. 7 times 7 is 49. 8 times 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 8 is 64. 9 times 9 is 81. And then we get 10 times 10 is 100. See how those are highlighted? That will help you as well. So our perfect squares go 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144. Excellent. Go ahead and flip it over. Let's get going on our objectives and our new concept for today. Lesson 35. Today you will learn how to name mixed numbers and money. Now when we're talking is a number that has a whole number and a fraction. So there's 2 pieces. So this is 3 and a half. Okay, if we had 4 and 2 thirds, that would be a mixed number. Notice our number, our whole number, is bigger, and then our mixed number is on the side, or our fraction is on the side. Now, example 1, this says how many circles are shaded? Well, the first thing we have to do is figure out our whole number. So how many whole circles are shaded here? Whole thing filled in. Well, that would be this one and this one. So that would be 2. So our whole number is 2. Then what's our fraction? Draw a fraction bar next to it. Well, to find our fraction, we're just looking at this circle. How many pieces are shaded? That's our top number. How many are shaded? 1. And our bottom number is how many total pieces are in this shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this shows 2 and 1/4. All right, example 2 says use words to write 3 and 1/2. So here you can see 3 shaded in and 1/2 of this last one. So to write that, we'd say 3 and 1/2. This is 3 and 1/2. We put an and between our whole number and our fraction. Same thing, example 3, we're going to use words to write 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 thirds, because 2 out of this 3 are shaded. So 4 and 2 thirds. Just like when we're writing, notice I didn't quite have a space here for thirds, so I just looped it down below. If you got space to write it all on one line, that works as well. Number 4, we want to write this dollar amount with words. Okay, so this is $15.25. Decimal point always says and. So write $15 and 25 cents. Same thing for example 5. $30.76. Example 6, let's use words for that. $37 and 80 cents. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see that. There you go. Pause it there if you didn't get example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Moving on to example 7. Example 7. Example 7 says, Kasim has 1 quarter, 1 dime, and 1 nickel. Write how much money she has using a cent sign. Then write the same amount using a dollar sign and a decimal point. So a quarter is 25 cents, the dime is 10, and the nickel is 5. So 25 plus 10 is 35, plus 5 more gives me 40 cents. Now I need to write that 2 ways. So the first one I'm going to go 40 cents with a cent sign, and the second one I'm going to use a dollar sign and a decimal point. $0 and 40 cents. When I do it that way, I do not put a cent sign at the back. If I put a cent sign at the back, that makes no sense. You can't have both a dollar sign and a cent sign in an answer. You just have the dollar sign and the decimal point, or just the cent sign. Example 8. Which of the following does not represent the value of a quarter? Is a quarter 25 cents? Yep. Is a quarter $0.25? Yep. Is a quarter 0.25 cents? No. Is a quarter 25 cents? Yes. So the one that does not represent the value of the quarter is that one, because you can't write it with $0. It's with a decimal point and a cent sign. Lesson practice A, that's in your book on page 222. A says, what mixed numbers are illustrated by the shaded pictures? What does this show? Well, how many full squares are shaded in? 2. So 2 would be my whole number. Then, how much is shaded of this last one? 1 out of how many total pieces? 1, 2. So 2 and 1/2. Then if we look at B, how many are shaded here? 3 total. Sorry, 3 completely shaded in. And then 1 out of 1, 2, 3. So 3 and 1/3. All right. C says draw and shade circles to illustrate these mixed numbers. So 1 and 1/4. So I got to do 1 fully shaded in, and then 1/4 of the next one. So I need another circle here, and 1/4 of it's got to be shaded. So first I got to divide it into 4 pieces, because my bottom number is 4. Then I'm going to shade just 1 of those pieces. Similarly for D, I got to shade 2 completely in, 1, 2. Then I got to draw another one to get 3/4 of it. So that's 2, and then I need to do 3/4 of this last one. So I'm going to divide it into fourths again. This time I'm going to shade 3 of them because 3 is my top number here. Okay, so 2 and 3/4. Excellent. Let's get going on some of those math problems for your homework together. Make sure you got your name on your paper. For number 2 then, it says every morning Mario runs around the block. The block is 30 yards long and 10 yards wide. How many yards does Mario run when he runs around the block? 30 yards long, 10 yards wide. Sorry, 300 yards long, 10 wide. Start by drawing a picture. So we got 300 yards long, 10 yards wide. Sorry, 100 yards wide. How many does he run when he runs around the block? Well, if he runs around the block, he's going to run 300 plus 100 plus 300 plus 100. Three plus 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8. So we get 800 yards. Did we find the perimeter or the area? Well, perimeter, right? Because we went the distance around. We didn't find all the stuff in the middle here. We went the distance around. Excellent. Number 6. The thermometer shows the high temperature for one winter day in Fairlawn, Ohio. What was the high temperature for that day? Remember, our thermometers count by 2, so 30, 32, 34, 36, 38 degrees Fahrenheit. The square root of 81 is how much less than 7 squared? Square root of 81 is how much less than 7 squared? Well, square root of 81, if we use our multiplication chart, find 81 in my squares, okay, and then go all the way up to the top, 9. So the square root of 81 is 9. What's 7 squared? Remember, 7 squared means 7 times 7. 7 with that little 2 up there means squared, so 7 times 7. 7 times 7, boom, 49. Said how much less is it? So it means I got to subtract. So I'm going to do 49 minus 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. 4 minus nothing is 4. So my answer is 40. Number 10. Use words to write 2 and 3 tenths. I'm going to do 2 and 3 tenths. I can put that one in the box. Number 11. Find the numbers represented by point A and point B, then find the difference. So first I got to see point A and point B. If I'm counting, am I going to count by 1s, 2s, 5s, 10, 25, 50? Well, let's try 10 first, because there's only a couple between these numbers. So 300, 310, 320, 330, 340, 350. That doesn't work. Let's try 20. 300, 320, 340, 360, 380, 400. Oh, that's it. We're counting by 20s. 420, so A equals 420, 440, 460, 480, 500. So we got 420 and 480. It says find the difference, so I'm going to put 480 on top right away. B was 480. A was 420. Find the difference, I'm going to subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 2 is 6. 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay, so I get 60 for my answer. When you're done, keep working on all the rest of your problems. If you've got any questions, please ask me under 1 o'clock Zoom call.